Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you an Astral Seer Mind Weaver build guide for Baldur's Gate 3. This is a modded class with tons of cool spells that deal cold and psychic damage. We got lots of great ones here like an Ice Lightning Bolt, and I'll be going over a full build guide for this video. And this is made by the creator ZX10RX, so I'll be going over, there's 4 different subclasses which I'll briefly touch on, and then I'll show you the Astral Seer, which is a very cool caster with some unique mechanisms, and it deals mostly psychic and ice damage, which, as you guys know, I love ice damage. So the Mind Weaver, this is a very fun new class, and they're masters of psychic and psionic energies, capable of bending the minds and wills of their foe to their advantage. So we got 4 distinct subclasses here. The Psionic Warden, so what this one does is it gives you more weapon proficiencies and shields, and a blend of mental fortitude and physical prowess, embodying the perfect balance between warrior and spellcaster. This is a Psionic Warden that gives us the Mind Blade cantrip. So basically you imbue your psionic energy in your weapon, dealing weapon damage psychic, and not only bypasses physical damage, but it disrupts cognitive abilities and imposes disadvantage on intelligence saving throws. So this is really cool. We also get cerebral enhancements here. You get those on the other subclasses as well. So the Force Blade gives us the Force Blast here, which is a little bit different than Eldritch Blast. So this one is heavy armor wearing, so kind of blending the lines between a caster and a melee class. The Astral Seer, which is the one that we'll be focusing on, is a masterful spellcaster who draws upon the vast energies of the astral plane to bend reality to their will. With the unparalleled control over their psychic power, they can devastate enemies with powerful spells that warp and shatter the fabric of existence. Astral Seers excel in long-range combat, using their mental acuity to manipulate the battlefield and overwhelm their foes with cosmic forces. So we have the Astral Anomaly. So the unpredictable effect may result in damaging your own team, healing your enemies, reflecting the inherent risk of wielding such immense cosmic power. Activating any of the astral flux abilities increases the Astral Anomaly occurrence through astral instability. So what this means is basically like the wild magic sorcerer, but it's a lot stronger than a sorcerer. And we'll go over all of that, but there is the potential to hurt your teammates. There's also the Void Reaver, which gives the Reaver its grace here, and the Void-bound Duelist. This allows you to duel weapons that are not traditionally light, so basically a built-in dual wielder perk, and this one's cool because you can use 2 long swords with it. But I'm going with the Astral Seer because we got lots of cool cantrips like the Ethereal Beam here, doing 1 to 4 psychic, 1 to 4 cold damage, and as your power grows, the number of beams increases, and we can easily buff up cold and psychic damage, making this awesome. There's also Cerebral Blast here, doing 1d10 psychic, and Psychic Shock. We also have the option for Blade Ward there. Now for our spells, there's some pretty cool ones here. We get Shield for a basic one, but we also have Cosmic Shards, which is basically magic missile that deals cold damage. And as you know, cold damage is awesome because we can set up things like Chilled and deal double damage with it. We also have Astral Disintegration, which does 2 to 12 psychic and cold damage, and it disintegrates the target, so that's kind of funny. Void Frost Sphere gives us 5 temporary health points and a +1 to armor class, and whenever the circle is broken, it deals cold damage. We also have Aetheric Renewal, giving us the ability to heal. I like the Psionic Orb here, dealing 4 to 24 psychic damage, and it crackles with mental force. So psychic damage being pretty strong. We also got Cerebral Enhancements. The Psionic Blade Infusion. This basically gives us intelligence for our attack modifier, and it's very similar to the not Pact of the Blade, but the bound weapon for the Eldritch Knight. So you could go Tavern Brawler if you really wanted to. Intellectual Agility gives us our intelligence modifier to our initiative, which is huge early on. But I also like this, giving us increased movement speed by 3 meters and jump distance by 1.5 meters. So yeah, you can go with either one of these here. Intellectual Agility giving us the increased initiative is super useful early on in the game. For our ability scores, probably 16 Dexterity, 14 Constitution, 16 Intelligence, 10. You can also take points to the Constitution if you have the Constitution Amulet and put them into Wisdom to help out with Wisdom saves, as those are pretty common in the game. So I'll go over the full build guide, cover some gear, and show you guys combat as per usual. So we get a lot of subclass features here. Mind Surge, unleash the full potential of psychic power using Mind Surge to intricately weave and enhance your spells. So using Mind Surge will cause mental exhaustion. Astral Seers will also cause 1 turn of astral instability, causing that to happen. We also get 2 turns here from harnessing the power of your mind to strike 2 targets simultaneously with 1 spell, demonstrating the duality of your cerebral mastery. Mind Surge costs per spell level. And the Anomaly Suppression, so I'll show all these off in combat. The Astral Seer stabilizes the chaotic force of the cosmos, preventing any astral anomalies or astral instabilities from manifesting. With the safeguard in place, the Seer channels their chaotic power for perfect control. So you can use that to stop your anomalies, but they're kind of fun. So Astral Disintegration is kind of a cool one to give it a good blend between cold and psychic damage. I'm always a fan of shield though, increasing armor class by 5, endlessly useful, and good survivability. We have the Ethereal Mastery here, giving us the ability to fly after using Mind Surge, so kind of like the Storm Sorcerer, the ability to fly, really nice. Aetheric Haste gives us 2 turns of instability, channel the swiftness of Aether, allowing you to cast a spell with a bonus action, accelerating your madness. Basically causes you more likely to cause a surge, but casting a spell as bonus action is really nice. Drawing upon celestial energies to enhance your concentration, giving you advantage in your next spell casting, ensuring that it hits its target. So again, further causing a chance of that happening. The mind possibilities. Mind Shackle here doing 3d6 psychic damage and silencing them for 2 turns. Really good. Mind Rend dealing 4 to 24 psychic damage and giving disadvantage on intelligence and wisdom saving throws. The nice thing about wisdom saving throws is that's hold person. So boom, boom. You can do both these in 1 turn with that bonus action. Sonic Storm is also really nice. Striking down the target deals 2 to 20 psychic damage. It's basically Call Lightning, but psychic version, and it's a concentration, so you can continually call down your psychic lightning. Celestial Vortex. This does 10-meter radius psychic and cold damage, and leaves a frozen ground beneath the enemies. Awesome. And then Ethereal Blessing will give level of basically your character level healing. I'm going to go with the Mind Rend because this pairs well with Hold Person, but you can go with the other ones there. Sonic Blade Infusion is good, but we're going to increase our movement speed there. We could go with that later as we get quite a few of these. So at level 4, we get ourselves a feat. We also get the Seer's Temptation in a bid to replenish your resources and continue your devastation and draw upon the unstable energies of the astral plane. This dangerous temptation grants you 1 mind surge, but at the risk of driving you insane, potentially causing you to attack your allies and evoke astral instabilities where an anomaly can concur. So that obviously not great, but choices. You can go with the Celestial Vortex is another really great spell, or Psionic Storm, but I'm going Hold Person because that just, in terms of strength, Hold Person is super powerful. We're also going to take our intelligence up because that gives us a lot of benefits and increase to our initiative, increase to spell save DC, spell attack rolls. Now we get 2 options here for really awesome spells, with Mind Flare doing 8 to 48 psychic damage like Fireball, or Ethereal Ice Bolt, which is like lightning but cold, 8d6 lightning damage, or cold damage. And if you have an Astral Instability, it leaves targets frozen. So that's awesome. We want that as much as possible. We also get 2 new Cerebral enhancements here with the Cerebral Amplification. Cantrips now deal additional damage equal to your Intelligence modifier. So really great. And then it's only, you only get half at levels 5 to 9, and 10 to 12 you get your full modifier. So kind of some balance there. Cosmic Reprisal. React to an enemy's attack, unleashing cold damage. So basically a reaction. Really nice, but adding to our cantrips can be really useful at level 5, so we can go that route. And at level 5, we got a huge power spike with that cold damage. Now at level 6, we get ourselves another spell, and I'd recommend taking Mind Flare. That's an awesome spell. Love it. Fireball, but psychic. Great idea. We also get now level 4 spells, and Psychic Chain Bolt, level 4. Basically Chain Lightning, but psychic damage, so that's awesome. Also the Psychokinetic Rift here. 2d12 of psychic damage tearing open the astral plane, creating a black hole of concentrated psycho. This basically pulls all enemies towards the center, causing extra damage. And if you have Mind Surge, it'll slow targets, which is a really nice benefit to get. So you could go that road too. We're going to take this for the reaction, dealing cold damage, because that's great. Now at level 8, we get ourselves another spell. And we got level 4 spells like Dominate Will here. So this can give you control over a target. They have an intelligence save, but we have ability to reduce their intelligence saves. They also take damage whenever you have this on, so it's better than Dominate Purse, and Dominate Will is even stronger. We also have Obliteration Nova here, so unleash a beam of destructive energy. That erupts into Psychic Nova and impact, devastating all enemies. This can also knock creatures prone if you have Mind Surge, and Astral Instability will hurl all targets from the center of the explosion, so you can knock people around. This can slow or frighten targets. I like this one because it pulls all enemies together. We also get another feat, so you could go Alert, but we do have our Intelligence modifier added to our initiative, so we'll go this route. We're always going to be going first with this, basically, so that's really nice. Now, at level 9, we get the choice of some of these previous spells. We also got Counterspell there if you want it. Obliteration Nova is a good one. You can also go with the Dominate Will or Insanity Prelude there. And then we get 2 more Cerebral Enhancement. So this gives us all Mind Weaver spells that deal psychic damage now deal additional damage equal to your intelligence modifier. And Psychic Breath, basically this gives the bypassing immunity to psychic damage and inanimate objects. So we're going to go with that because there's not a lot of things that are immune to psychic. There's Mind Flayers, but that's where we have cold damage for. And then we can also freeze them. So Celestial Vortex is nice for creating ice surfaces, so we could go that route. If you like Dominate Will, you can go with that. An Insanity Prelude, unleash a chaotic prelude to madness, causing targets to lose their sanity and attack at random as their minds unravel. They become conduits for instability energies of the astral plane, triggering. So basically when this happens, it's like confusion, basically, but you also can have the surges happen to them. So it's actually, that was actually pretty good, so we'll go that route, just because it's so unique what we can do with it. At level 11, we get ourselves some more spells, although there's not any higher level spells, so that's the only downside, but we can upcast some of these. Mind Ward Aegis basically gives us armor class +2, and we deal psychic damage to attackers. I'm going to go with the Celestial Vortex there, and then for our next one, we'll take... You can go with the Psionic Blade Infusement or the Psychic Breath to ignore immunity, or ignore resistance to psychic damage. And then for our final spell, we can go with... Dominate Will's alright. We'll go with this, Psionic Storm. If you run out of spell slots, you can cast that. And then we can even go with Alert for +5 initiative. Can't be surprised, so we'll never ever lose on initiative. So this build is extremely strong because we got so many great spells. We have up to level 6 spell slots, so we can upcast these to deal a ton of extra damage. And if you got the Resonant Stone, your psychic damage is going to deal double. So for a cantrip, we have our Mind Rend here, which is pretty nice. Critical block. We got Cosmic Shards here doing cold damage, so that's awesome for guaranteed cold damage. And then we can create, if you have the Snowburst Ring, you can create ice surfaces and knock everyone prone. So I highly recommend using this ring alongside it. So super fun. Ring of Protection, Boots of Protection, Cloak of Protection gives us 28 armor class with a shield that puts us up to 22. I'm using the Mourning Frost, obviously, for additional cold damage and potentially chilling the target. This is the best weapon for this, or Marka Heshker if you go with the cold version of that. Hood of the Weave for +2 spell save DC. And also I'm just using random armor here, but we can go with something normal like the, I guess we'll have to look for the Wave Mother's Robe here, because the Wave Mother's Robe is probably the best choice because you get to create water spell with it, which create water will, there we go, finally. With create water, we can basically cause a huge pool of water that will double the cold damage, and it's a level 4 create water, so really effective, and just works out awesome on this build. So I would recommend going that route for the increase to our strength there, because that's just going to give us something that's going to blast hard. Now we also have like a Psionic Chain Bolt here, which is like Chain Lightning for psychic damage, and it deals a ton of psychic damage. We have Psionic Orb here dealing psychic damage as well, 70 damage on that, which is crazy, doubled with the Resonant Stone. So if you have that, you're going to be dealing a ton of damage between cold and psychic. We also have really nice cantrips. Ethereal Beam gives us cold and psychic damage as well, so we can create this also has an attack roll. It's basically Eldritch Blast but psychic and ice, so knocking people prone left, right, and center. And then the Celestial Vortex, I want to be careful with this one because this can also aggro our people in our camp, so maybe I'll leave camp for this to show it off in combat, because this is a very strong class with tons of cool benefits that just gives us something new and exciting to play around with. So if we we can't close the door there. Try to hide what we're doing here to poor Figaro, but yeah, this will, it's gonna hit everyone, but cold and psychic damage, I guess they're not considered enemies, so this won't actually cause any issues there, which is nice. But we have our ability to just go ahead with this to be able to guarantee damage, so creating a nice surface, really nice, just knocking them down. So we'll go outside and we'll start a fight with all the people here, because we got lots of cool ones to play around with, and we can even bind our packed weapon, giving us blade infusement, increasing attack and damage rolls. So it also gives us a cool look to our weapon with the purple flame on it, so that's pretty nice looking. Now we got Chain Lightning, we got Psychokinetic Rift here, which is going to pull everyone together. So I like this one, just like Black Hole for dealing damage, and then starting combat, perfect So we got them all dropped together. Now what's nice about that is we can go ahead with our, I might be hiding the ability at the very end of this. Yeah, it is. So these are our abilities here that we got. So we got our Astral Flux. So this allows us to use Mind Surge and applies 2 turns. So basically, strike 2 targets simultaneously with our spells, which is nice for some of the spells that deal single target damage. Astral Anomaly Suppression stops us from going crazy with that. This gives us a spell as a bonus action, so really nice because we can start off with that. So the 2 combinations that are great, the Psychokinetic Rift dropping everyone together, and then Mind Flare to just destroy them, or the Psychic Chain Bolt to deal a ton of damage. So both of these obviously very powerful, but this is going to group all of the enemies together. Also going with like the Mind Rend to give disadvantage on Wisdom saving throws, and then dropping whole person can work great for bosses. But if we drop like a Psycho Fireball, I guess we'll move a little closer so we can get the Resonance Stone pent up on them. So I don't know why it's not letting me cast my spell. That's weird. I guess I lost that turn. That's a bit strange. Take that off. Yeah, I don't know why I lost my turn there. That's weird. But Mind Surge. Yeah, strange. I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, I got attacked. So I guess there is some glitches. Don't move whenever you click on that because this will lose, or this will lose your ability to use that extra attack. So that's unfortunate. But we also have our, I guess, Mind Blast here, which will do a good amount of damage as well. So that took out pretty much everyone. So yeah, psychic damage being very strong. This is just a very powerful build in general. So I'll show off just some general combat here. I even hit myself, it's fine. But yeah, the Mind Weaver is a very fun class, giving us the options to deal psychic and cold damage, and it does a ton of damage itself. As you can see there, we pulled everyone together. We were going to drop a psychic fireball on them, but the game had other plans for us. So yeah, this is a fun and powerful class that has a lot of cool synergies with other. That's not a very good one. Has a lot of cool synergies because cold damage can be set up pretty easily, and I guess we'll get attacked there, but cold and psychic, very strong damage types. If you found this video useful, please hit the subscribe button below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.